With Sonic Speed Simulator turning 2 years old in April, some players are starting to wonder, is the game ending? Well, in today's video, we're going to see if this is the case. Well, first, let's take a look at how much revenue they're getting. Well, obviously they sell their skins, mounts, and chow. And just look at the prices of these things. Like, who would even pay these? And of course, we got the avatar accessories, which is just UGC. And their prices get ridiculous. Like, look at this. 499 Robux for a hat? Like, I'd rather just buy a skin at that point. And don't even get me started on how many visits they get, because you get money for that too. Clearly they are wealthy enough to maintain employees and developers, and payments towards Sega. At least I'm pretty sure they share their profits with Sega. Alright, now let's go over how this would impact Sega and GameFam if they ended their game. There are so many people who play this game daily, and it would be so dumb to end this game. People who constantly play this game would be devastated, because they've spent countless hours on this game. They have about 6,000 to 10,000 players online a day, and that's only at one time, usually. You can also see here that this is the #1 branded game launched. So basically, this is the #1 game that is a crossover game, like a collab, basically. Let's move on to seeing why they would even end this game. A reason why they could be ending this game is because developers put multiple hours into game developing, and sometimes it just gets a bit too challenging. They might even be running out of resources to run their game. They might even be wanting to end their game just because they want to make other games, and this one game is just taking up too much time and space. Or it could just be that they were getting too much hate for their game. Since the Reborn happened, this game has been getting a lot more hate. That could also be a pretty good reason. They also might be ending their game just because they're not getting as many players as they want to get. Sure, they're getting a lot of players, but that might not be their expectations. Now, I personally think they got a pretty good chunk of players per day, and I don't think that's a good reason to end their game, because they still have all their UGC, which is being bought every day. I guarantee you they're probably making 100,000 Robux a day, 50,000 at the minimum. They also could have just finished what they wanted to do with this game. They possibly have wanted to add every skin that they wanted, and every just little detail and thing that they wanted. So they might just think that they've done what they wanted to do, and so they're deciding to just end the game. Or just let the game be how it is right now forever. And that could actually be pretty cool. They could rerun random skins in the game every week, and that'd still be pretty cool. For people like me who have every skin though, it'd probably be kinda dumb, but it is what it is. And maybe they're just losing all their ideas. Like in the Royal King Shadow event, that kinda felt really random. At least it kinda did to me. Or they're just trying to be making original characters, which also could be cool, but they might have just ran out of ideas. But let's get into the biggest thing probably that will be in this video. So Sonic Speed Simulator is under license. So basically they only have a certain time to use Sonic in Roblox. But this might be ending soon on April 13th, 2024. Because that is when Sonic Speed Simulator turns 2 years old. So that might be when all this happens. Now, what they could do to keep their game running, they could obviously just make another contract and use Sonic and Roblox for another 3 years, and then keep the game running some more. Or they could just use Sonic forever with Sega's permission. Now let's get into the positive part of the video. Will Sonic Speed Simulator still be running for the next year or two? This is what I think. So, Sonic Speed Simulator is very popular, and like I said earlier, tons of players would be disappointed if the game ended, and I don't feel like they want to end this game. I feel like they want to keep it running, and I feel like they'll sign another contract to keep the game running. Now more reasons how they could keep the game running if they're just running out of ideas in general. Let's go over that. So, one of my ideas is that they could make maybe like custom races that you can make, or something that the community gets to participate in, and you can make like custom characters or custom races or even custom worlds maybe, and the community gets to vote on which one's the best, and then that goes into the game, and they could do that like once a month or something. And they could even add other franchises to this game. Now this one is very unlikely, but they could add like SpongeBob or something, like a different franchise into this game. But that would kind of break the point of the game being called Sonic Speed Simulator. Like, just imagine running around as SpongeBob at 4,000 miles per hour. That would be so funny. There could even be events every month where you have to race in some races to see who's the fastest player or something like that. Like, a speedrun mode could even be cool for the races, and then there's even like leaderboards like there used to be before Reborn. Before I end this video, I'd want to share my thoughts with you guys on this whole situation. Now, I hope that Sonic Speed Simulator lasts for a few extra years at least, because this game has a lot of potential in my opinion, and personally it'd be pretty sad to see it go down pretty much. Now, do I think this game is going to end? Probably not. I don't think it's gonna end. I think they're gonna get another license to this game for a few years, and that they're gonna keep pushing events out, and 2024 might be a good year for Sonic Speed Simulator. Honestly, who knows what could happen at this point. Maybe this could be the best year for Sonic Speed Simulator. Anyways, that's gonna be the end of today's video. If you guys enjoyed, please be sure to like and subscribe, and tell me what you think on this entire situation. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.